What about near-death experiences? Well, I don't know. I don't pretend to know. I don't feel the need to know. And actually, that's not the question I'm going to be addressing. I don't know if people who have been clinically dead for a time, if the experiences that they describe when they come back are accurate, if they are the function of changes in brain operation at that time. I don't know any of that. I don't pretend to know. It doesn't concern me. But there's something related to this that concerns me very much. I don't mind. I don't have any beef with anybody who claims to have had a near-death experience. I'd have a very deep beef with someone who claims to come back with a message from God. It has become increasingly prominent. We've had best-selling books. We've had movies about these kinds of events where someone tells their story. I was dead for this long. I saw this. I saw that. I ended up with Jesus, and Jesus sent me back with this message. Really? Kind of strange way to send a message, don't you think? If Jesus wanted the world to have a whole message, he has any number of options before him. He could have had it included in the Word of God. He could write it in the sky. He could put it immediately into all of our consciences. He could go on international TV and announce it. What a strange thing to send the message from someone through whom we can't verify that the message came from him. But that's what these things do. You tie together the near-death experience and its unknowableness, and all of a sudden you have the authority of Jesus, or the purported authority of Jesus, to send out your message. Well, here's the thing. If that's not bad enough, if that's not reason enough to have a bad attitude about these messages, here's another one. The Bible tells us the value of messages brought back from beyond the grave, and it does so in the parable of Dives and Lazarus. Lazarus was poor, Dives was wealthy. Dives dies, he's suffering, and he sees that Lazarus is being blessed on the other side, on Abraham's bosom, and he says, please send him to bring me some water. No, you're not going to get any water. You had your good things in your life, and not now. Well, please send him back to warn my brothers. Well, what was the answer? Your brothers had the law and the prophets. They didn't believe the law and the prophets. Even if someone came back from the dead, they wouldn't believe it. That is not on Jesus' list of ways to communicate things that need to be communicated. Again, I'm not trying to take away anybody's experience, their near-death experience. I am trying to say, hey, let's be Bereans about this thing when someone claims to have this kind of a message. I remember years ago receiving a fundraising appeal from the largest parachurch organization in the world. And on the envelope of this appeal, this fundraising letter, was this brief description of a girl who had a near-death experience and who came back to say, you need to support this project. I was appalled. I was thinking, was there no one in this organization that was familiar with the story of Dives and Lazarus? Did they not stand up and say, hey, this is unbiblical? I wonder the same thing about the Christian publishing industry that seems to put out these back from the dead books. Well, because they sell like hotcakes. So I wonder, too, about the Christian book buying public. Friends, there is someone who came back from the dead and has a message for you. That's Jesus. And his message is the Bible.